Welcome, soul family. It is Annette, aka Shorty Love, and I am here with a light language to help you to clear and release any anger and rage and frustration that you may be experiencing in your life. Throughout this particular channeling, I would invite you to focus on the yantra that has been placed upon the screen. And this is the Tripura Bhairavi yantra, which in ancient traditions and ancient Hinduism and the Vedic traditions, Bhairavi and Bhairav were the two forms of Shiva and Shakti that were the most destructive. They could pierce through anything. They could literally bring full destruction to anything that was unjust, anything that was not balanced, anything that was out of alignment, that served for the downfall of humanity, or that was aimed at destruction to humanity. So they had to come in and fully destroy those things to create new. And it's kind of like, when a storm comes through, a hurricane comes through, something of nature, an avalanche or a tornado or a tsunami. Once they come in and they completely destroy everything, that's when the new can be built. So Bhairav and Bhairavi's forms were those particular forms that came in to destroy evil, to destroy nishkarma, to destroy spiritual warfare, which many of you are starting to realize that spiritual warfare is in full force right now. But fam, what I want you to realize and what I want you to acknowledge is that nothing is as powerful as the source of the divine. Nothing is as powerful as the source of the light within and the light without. So the light, once it's switched on, it completely dissolves the darkness. The darkness is removed. The shadows remain, but the darkness is brought into the light. It is illuminated. And like I said, the shadows remain. So it's important for us to understand that when we are in our light, we must integrate the shadows. We must accept the shadows. And anger and frustration and rage, these are very natural parts of the shadow trying to express itself if the shadow hasn't been integrated. When we integrate our shadow, we realize and we understand that anger, grief, and rage are very natural and normal parts of the human expression, and it is safe for us to be angry. It is safe for us to be frustrated. In many cases, what experiencing and feeling and expressing your anger does is it helps you to realize that, first of all, anger takes a lot of energy. Okay, it really drains your energy at times, but it can also move us into action. It can also get us up when we're feeling down. It can also be that bridge between being in complete despair to coming out of that and bridging you from despair into forward momentum. And it can help you to really start to push forward. But when anger takes over and when we have no control over it, that's when it becomes destructive. So it just plows through absolutely anything. And this comes through a lot, with parents. When they haven't healed their anger, they usually take it out on their children in childhood, and that's what creates a lot of childhood wounds and traumas that continue to perpetuate over and over again for generations, because those people haven't yet healed themselves. And so those of you who are on this video, you've been called to do that healing, so you do not carry this on into your future generations, or to your children, or to your children's children, or even to your siblings' children, or any children that are around you or in your generation or in your bloodlines that come after you. It's not going to continue to carry on to them, because you're doing the work. You're doing the deep integrative healing work that's going to help these children and the new generations to understand that it is completely okay to be angry, as long as they express it and they don't repress it, and they express it in a creative way. They fuel that anger into something that is actually going to have positive fruits for them. We are here to teach how to transmute this anger. We are here to teach how to turn it into a positive. We are here to be alchemists and say, okay, if I'm feeling this particular emotion, there is reason behind it. And many times you're justified in feeling the way you feel. So don't try to suppress it. Don't feel bad about it. Don't feel guilty. Don't feel shameful for being angry. Anger is a very, very natural, normal pure emotion when it comes from that space of feeling like your soul needs to express, and your soul can't be repressed anymore, and your soul refuses to be depressed now. So it is time for you to really stand up and take a stance, time for you to speak your truth, time for you to align with your divine destiny. I'm really feeling that Beta and Beta V power within me today, and it's very, very assertive. It's not passive, it's not aggressive even, it's just very assertive. It's to the point, it's straight to it, and it's not going to be, this particular channel is not going to be as calm as most of my other channelings because of the direction that I'm taking this in. It's about triumph. This particular yantra, I specifically chose this and I was drawn to this. There were so many other yantras I could have chosen for this video, but I was drawn to this particular yantra because it's all about self-control and triumph. So this is about triumph over that anger. It's about triumph and control over the anger, so the anger isn't controlling you, so that it's not becoming destructive to you and to the people around you, but you have control over the emotion. You decide how much of it you're going to feed into and when you're going to transmute it and turn it into something positive. You decide which direction it's going to go in. You decide how you're going to emote it. You decide which areas and avenues you are going to take this energy and utilize it so it becomes the best of all, the highest good of all, the highest good of yourself, so that you become the alchemist of your own reality. And you say, you know what, anger, thank you for showing up. Thank you for guiding me in the direction that I need to go in. Thank you for telling me that something is off so that I can turn it on. Thank you for showing me the areas where I need to switch the light on, where I need to see the shadow, and I need to hug that shadow, embrace it, and tell it that it's okay. It's okay for you to be here. You are an equal part of me. You are just as much of me as the light is of me. So I am going to accept that today, and I'm going to embrace that today, and I'm going to step into my divinity and my full power, and I'm going to shine so bright that it illuminates the light of others, that it illuminates the darkness within others, so that they are able to heal and integrate that darkness too. That it really helps people to understand that it is time to stop running from yourself, to stop running from the darkness within you, and to accept it as a normal, natural human part of human existence, of what we are here to learn and experience. It is time for us to integrate the polarities, integrate the duality, and become one with all things. Whew. It's powerful today, fam. What I'm feeling is powerful, and I want you to feel it too. I want you to feel that within you, and I know with this light language you will really feel that. You will really feel yourself dissolving some of that anger, that pain, that frustration, that rage that you've been feeling, that you've been carrying, that you couldn't express because people wouldn't understand it, that you couldn't express because people expected you to be and speak and act and dress and be a certain way that you are not, that you couldn't really emote because those around you didn't allow you to emote it. You know, fam, your pain, usually and very often, those who are not able to cry, those who are told that crying is a weakness, those who are not able to feel their sadness when it comes and are told to shut up and are told to be quiet and are told to sit down or go to the corner and go to the naughty corner, those are the people that end up expressing that pain through anger because they were never able to emote it through their natural state of being, their natural state of emotion. They were never able to cry it out. They were never able to speak about it to somebody who could listen and understand. They were sent away, they were shunned, they were put outside, they were locked up in a room. And this is why that pain transpires and it turns into anger. But today we're going to transmute that anger, and we're going to do it in such a way so that you can feel safe from this point forward to emote in whichever way you need to emote in. I highly recommend when you're feeling angry, go somewhere, fam. Either go outside if you can, but if you're not feeling like going outside, sit in your car, go to another room, and really let it out. Let it out in whatever way it needs to come out, as long as it's not destructive to you, as long as it's not harmful for you, you're not hurting yourself in any way. Let it out. You need to release that anger. you can write it out. You can write it out in a journal to the point where you're scribbling. You know, that's a form of shadow work where you're just letting it out. You're letting it out. You're saying how you're feeling. You're effing this and you're effing that, okay? Because you need to get it out, fam. You need to get it out. It's not always going to happen through love and light. It's sometimes at 11:11 on the counter. There you go. It's not always going to happen through love and light. God wants you to feel all aspects of yourself. Spirit wants you to express and acknowledge all aspects of yourself. You're not here to repress. You're here to express. When you look at Shiva and Shakti, they're some of the most calm, beautiful essences that you can experience of the light. But then when you see them in their Kali, when you see them in their Bhairav, when you see them in their Bhairavi, they express the full extent of what it means to be in all of their light and their darkness. They express it. 11:55, if that resonates with somebody. So you have to understand, they obviously have that much Shakti that they can completely destroy everything, and that is a depiction of how much power we have. So we have to have that self-control. We have to control the emotions in such a way where we're funneling and fueling it into something that is productive. So like I said before, you can start journaling. You can rap it out. A lot of rappers channel their anger and their rage through rapping. You can sing it out. A lot of singers, Linkin Park, if you listen to their song Numb, and if you listen to their other song, what's it called? In the End. I'm going to link those two songs down below, because those two songs have helped me actually heal in times when I was really experiencing deep anger and deep rage towards, you know, some of my own wounding and childhood wounds, and when people have done me wrong, and when I felt like, you know, there was injustice in my life. It helped me to actually really break down and feel the emotions. So people like this are literal earth angels, because they're fueling their anger into something productive that is going to help other people heal. You can start playing the guitar, you can start, you know, beating the drums, you can do it in whatever way. Dance like a primitive being and let it out. You know, these are some powerful and very non-destructive ways of fueling your anger. You know, let it out in some way that's going to serve you and serve the highest good of all. It's such a beautiful thing, fam. And I saw 1333 just before. The Ascended Masters are saying, the angels are saying, they're here with us right now, and they're saying, you are protected, you are safe, you are divinely guided and shielded through all that you feel. Never feel bad about it, never feel shameful, never feel guilty for being human. Because you are human. You're having a human experience. Right now, okay, at this particular time, you are having the human experience. Yes, your spirit. Yes, your source. But at this particular time, you're in physical form to have a physical experience. So trying to bypass that, trying to transcend the human state of being and run away somewhere, sit on a mountain and forget about it. That's not what we're here to do in this incarnation. In previous incarnations, a lot of yogis could go and do that. And most of the time people would come and seek them out anyway. So they would end up helping humanity in one way, shape or form or another. But in this particular incarnation, if you know you're a starseed or a light worker, or you're someone on a soul path and a soul mission, you know that you're supposed to be amongst humanity and amongst the bullshit and the dust and the rubble, so that you can bring the light to the lives of others. 1505. Guys, I'm gonna say out the angel numbers as I see them, because 1511, they will resonate with somebody, and whoever feels drawn to look it up will look it up and get the message at the right time. You may not resonate with all the angel numbers that come through, but if one of them that I say really hits the tone, really hits the spot, look it up, because it will be a divinely guided message for you. 1533 as I say that. Okay guys, I'm going to get into this light language now. I feel like I've spoken enough about, you know, really allowing yourself to feel and to express and to emote and to do it in a healthy way. And like I said, I will link those songs down below, and any other songs that I feel like will help you through your anger, will help you to realize that there are safe ways to express yourself. And you know, you can even go start up boxing classes, get a punching bag, do things that are going to help you release it without harming and hurting others. And in saying that, before I start this light language, in saying that, people who do things like professional fighting and boxing and things like that, they have an immense amount of self-control. They have an immense amount of control over their anger, because if they don't, they could really beat a person up to a pulp. So they have to really channel that anger into power, into strength, into stamina to keep going. So, you know, I highly recommend, if you're angry, go to the gym and pump it out. Don't hurt yourself in the process, but fuel it in such a way where it's actually powering your body and energizing you, transmuting the anger through working out and helping that workout to help you to grow. It's powerful, fam. It's powerful. And when utilized correctly, it can be even more powerful. Anger is just the label that we give to that emotion. So when we can utilize that emotion and really bring it into our being in such a way where it's serving us, it's going to end up serving humanity at the exact same time. With that said, you guys, I'm going to get into this light language transmission, and I know this light language is going to calm me down because I'm really feeling this energy. I'm feeling energized right now, like I'm feeling power within me. I'm really wanting to channel that power through, because I want you all to receive that power, and I want you to feel just as powerful. So I'm going to start this light language transmission. I invite you to really open up and to receive it. And today we're going to take a deep breath in, and we're going to receive this power. We're going to receive this energy. We're going to set the intention to step into and align with our power, our authenticity, and our truth. We're going to step into the energy of triumph. We're going to step into the energy of self-control, control over our mind, control over our senses, control over our emotions. And we are going to take that energy and that power, and we are going to become an alchemist, so we can transmute any anger, any rage, any frustration that we have been feeling into pure positive energy. 1844. Here you go.
Tre tella kata se kana toro mosho katare se katara toro sere tene masha koro koro po. Tre kata ke tere singa toko 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 to. Tricare sero toko roshike toro ko mare sero koto narase nana no rekashe katako tra kella karoso ko trarero. Tra kella katoro so koraro. Tra kella kakore so koraro. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done, and so it is. Guys, that was very different to any channeling I've ever done, and I'm very grateful that I opened up to do this because I've been called to do this channeling for a little while, and I was resisting it myself until last night. I just decided, you know what, 222. I'm gonna step straight into it and I'm gonna deliver it however it comes through, because that is what needs to be delivered and it's going to reach you in divine time. I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. I will speak to you guys and connect with you guys very shortly. Bye.